somewhere. The colours on. For the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows! We have three types of display: full, flat and rolling. And that is normally based on cloud base and viz. However, the airspace construct around Eastbourne limits us to a rolling show. So therefore the team are now bending to the right, with Red 1 collapsing the formation into 7 arrow. Red 1, the team leader is squadron leader Tom Bold. Tom is in his second year as the team leader. He was previously the synchro leader in 2017, and he is also a former Typhoon pilot, a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark II, as well as the Tucano, and he was the Tucano display pilot in 2010. However, Eastbourne, get your cameras ready for the 7 arrow roll. As the team roll to the left, to the right-hand side of Red 1 is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. Stu is in his first year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon with 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby. His opposite number on the left-hand side is Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. Paddy is also in his first year on the team, having previously flown Tornado GR4 and also Typhoon on 11 and 12 squadrons at RAF Coningsby. The smoke comes on as Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 move their way back in line abreast to sit just behind Red 6. The Red Arrows are based at RAF Scampton, just to the north of Lincoln. RAF Scampton was the base for the World War II famous Squadron 617, the Dambusters. Unfortunately, Scampton will close at the end of this year and the team will move to RAF Waddington, and therefore, in tribute to Scampton, its history, its squadron and its personnel, and now that F-35 is flown by 617, the Dambusters, this is the Lightning Present.
Left. All over, right, left.
As the team goes to the left-hand side, on the far right, uppermost as we look at it, is squadron leader John Bond, known as Bondy. He's in his 5th year on the team, having previously been synchro leader last year. He's also a former qualified Typhoon pilot and a qualified flying instructor on the Tucano, and he was the Tucano display pilot in 2012. The smoke comes on as Reds 4 and 5, 2 and 3 move up just to sit behind Red 1. The go call is made as Red 7 moves to the left and Red 6 moves to the right. That means all the odd numbers are now on the left-hand side and all the even numbers are on the right-hand side. Also, while Red 1 is bending the formation around to the right at 3G, making the move even more difficult. But once again, get your cameras ready for the Phoenix roll.
Rolling out. Easy up, go and roll.
As the team rolls towards us, they will be able to see all of you on the beach, so make sure you give them a massive wave. And you can also see the shape of the iconic Hawk aircraft, which has been in service with the Royal Air Force since 1976. And has been the aircraft of the Red Arrows since 1979, where it replaced the Folland Gnat. Since the closure of 100 Squadron and 736 Royal Naval Air Squadron in March of this year, that makes the Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team the sole operator of the Hawk T-Mark I in the United Kingdom. Red 4 and 5 once again put their smoke on as they make their way back to the rear of the formation. The Royal Air Force is always trying to look and develop its capabilities, and as such, on the 1st of April 2021, the UK Space Command was formed. as the Royal Air Force acknowledges the importance of space in all military operations. And therefore, with an acknowledgement and paying respect to the importance of space in future operations, with a shape that represents the Apollo landing craft from those 1960s emissions, this is Apollo.
Over, thank you now.
Red Arrows is, of course, a military unit, and as such, we are commanded by Wing Commander David Montenegro. He is also a former team leader and synchro leader, a former Tornado F3 pilot and qualified flying instructor on the Tucano. There are 9 pilots on the team, and each must have 1,500 hours fast jet and be assessed as above average before they can join the team. You can see now the team splitting into 2 sections, with the front 5 all in trail, and on trail in them is Reds 4 and 5. With one of the manoeuvres, which is one of the crowd favourites and my personal favourite, representing the combat aircraft, the Tornado GR4, which was in operations for nearly 40 years. Get your cameras ready for the colourful and dynamic Tornado. The aboard call is made as Reds 4 and 5 roll around the smoke of the rest of the formation. Keep your eye for the colour change as Red 1 brings to the right.
Little bit right now.
As Reds 4 and 5 smoke red and blue, smoking red is Red 5 Flight Lieutenant Dave Simmons, known as Simo. He's in his 4th year on the team, having previously flown Tornado GR4, as well as Harrier and the F5 while on exchange with the United States Marine Corps. (2022) is an important year for the UK and the Commonwealth as Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, celebrates 70 years on the throne, thereby making her the longest serving Queen in history. You will have seen us on the Platinum Jubilee. In tribute to her Platinum Jubilee weekend, this is the Jubilee Present.
Come on. Go. Hi.
You will see that the aircraft are flying with their air brakes out. And that's a small door at the bottom of the aircraft towards the rear. This allows the pilots to fly with a higher throttle setting and therefore producing a hotter engine gas temperature at the exhaust, which makes the smoke burn a lot more brightly. As I said earlier, we are a squadron of over 120 personnel, and we are not just about the pilots. Over 100 of them are the Blues, and they are so called because of the colour of their coveralls that they wear. They are the engineers, the administrators, the ops and the public relations personnel. 10 individuals who are specially selected each year to fly in our aircraft in between displays when we cannot take the full engineering complement are the circus. One individual of that circus is Circus 10, Air Specialist 1, Abigail Druitt. She is with me at every display, filming the display for safety and debrief purposes. And she is also responsible for many and almost all of the images you see across social media. As we come to the end of the first half, you'll see that the team is now split into 2. Reds 1 to 5 are now known as Enid, named after Enid Blyton's famous 5, and Reds 6 and 7 are the synchro pair, led by Red 6, the synchro leader. In the second half, you will see fast, dynamic and high-speed head-on passes, showing the ability of the Hawks and the agility of the aircraft. Look directly to your front. Get your cameras ready for the detonator.
Recovery. 2. A little bit hot. 6. It is. Break. Go.
Red 6 and 7 breaking away from us. Red 7 smoking red and Red 6 smoking blue. They pull up using 30 degrees now up to approximately 1,000 to 1,500 feet before turning hard back to the display line. They will descend to 100 feet and have a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour, and they will perform a series of barrel rolls in a maneuver we call the double rolls. And blue come on as they perform a series of barrel rolls in the sky, leaving a snake-like smoke trail in the sky in a maneuver we call the Python. The motto of the Red Arrows is éclate, which means excellence. That means every member of the squadron is striving for excellence in everything that we do. And also we're aware that we are only guardians of that motto for 3 to 5 years, and as such we try to leave the squadron in a better place than when we joined for those joining the squadron behind us. As Enid leave the display line, keep looking to your left and to your right for the synchro pair returning back to the display area. Once again, the smoke is on. They will be heading towards each other at 100 feet and over 800 miles per hour to do a series of inverted flying. Each aircraft now performing a 360-degree aileron roll. Each aircraft now pulling up to mirror each other at 5G. That means everything about them is now weighing 5 times heavier than what you and I are as we stand here. They reach a height of about 2,000 feet before they inverted at 60 degrees nose down, mirroring each other as best they can in a maneuver we call the boomerang. Keep looking to your left-hand side, and once again you'll see Enid coming in, smoking white. The red goes on from Reds 2 and 3 as they perform a barrel roll around Reds 4 and 5. And Reds 4 and 5 smoke blue as they perform a barrel roll around Reds 2 and 3 in the hardest maneuver for our new pilots each year to master. This is the rollbacks. Keep looking to your right and you can see Red 6 bringing in Red 7 in trail. The smoke comes on. Red 6 rolls inverted. He can now definitely see you, so give him a wave as he goes, flies inverted all the way along the line as Red 7 rolls the red, white and blue around the smoke of Red 6. Red 7 is Flight Lieutenant James Turner, known as JT. He's in his 3rd year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon and is a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T-Mark 1. Keep your eyes on the synchro pair to the left-hand side as they now pull up to 5 to 6G, turning back towards the display line with Red 6 leading Red 7. Red 6, the synchro lead, is squadron leader Gregor Ogston. In his 4th year on the team, having previously flown Typhoon and Harrier, as well as being a former qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T Mark II. The blue comes on, he turns hard left, look to your front right 45, and you can see Enid now in the inverted V shape. Red 6 lining the synchro pair up with the rest of the formation. Get your cameras ready for the double goose.
Power. A little bit right now.
Each aircraft is fitted with a smoke pod. That smoke pod is capable of producing 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of blue smoke, and 1 minute of red smoke. And it is selected by an independent button for the red, white, and blue, each colour on the pilot's control column. And therefore, every display is specially choreographed to ensure that we don't run out of the smoke at the right time in the display. Look directly to your front and you can see the synchro pair pulling up towards us. Get your cameras ready for the crowd favourite as the synchro pair split. The red smoke comes on for the synchro heart. Red 7, JT would like to dedicate today's heart to his parents-in-law, Tim and Sarah Lyle. And I would also like to dedicate today's heart to my old friend and his family, Guy and Lisa Evans, and their sons, Alfie and Fred. However, please put your hands together for the synchro pair for producing a massive and wonderful, beautiful heart in the skies of Eastbourne. The synchro pair now just setting up for their final 100-foot pass before they dive down to that 100 feet and conduct a series of barrel rolls and inverted flying in a maneuver which was named by a viewer of the One Show in 2020. This is Crossbow. For the final time as the synchro pair fly inverted, give them a wave! Look directly to your front and you can see Enid returning with the white smoke on. The red comes on from Red 1 as he performs a series of barrel rolls around the rest of the formation, leaving the infinity symbol in the sky for the infinity break. But Eastbourne, it has been an honour and a pleasure. Please put your hands together for the 2022 Royal Air Force Aerobatic Team, the Red Arrows!